Hey, everybody, we're going to talk about our predictions for Chivas Femenil and Atlas. Yes, another derby, as well as the Tour Rebaño, but this time in Houston against America. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all you Chiva hermanos around the globe, all you mothers and Mr. Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from the Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, El Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Welcome, everyone, to We Go Chew Live. ¿Cómo están todos? Aquí estamos otra vez. We're back. And we're ready to talk to everyone who's out there. And we're accompanied, of course, by Gaby Silva. ¿Cómo estás, Gaby?
Hi, Robert, and hi, Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas that are already joining in the chat. Starting the Chivas conversation because, again, I know we say this every single time, but there's a lot of things to talk about, especially Chivas Femenil and the Clásico Tapatío that's coming up for them. A lot of interesting numbers about this derby in Liga MX Femenil. And, of course, El Clásico de México that's coming up and coming directly to you in Houston on October 13, and a lot, of course, of information. And remember that this show is created specially for all our Chiva hermanos that live outside Mexico and speak mostly in English, but actually we can speak English, Spanglish, Spanish, whatever, because we speak Chivas. Hi, Alfredo. How are you, my friend?
Alfredo.
Is he there?
I think he's having some technical difficulties.
Oh, he has technical difficulty. Yeah. Oh, he'll be right back. He'll be right
back. So it's just us two, Gaby.
It's us.
What are we going to talk about?
So why don't we start? So hi, everybody again. And why don't we talk like for 30 seconds about last week and our experience last week? It was just like 5 days ago. We were live, and in case you missed it, please go and watch it on the official Chivas YouTube channel, because for the first time ever, the YouTube on YouTube, the We Go Chew gang was together for the very first time, and we had a live stream directly from El Estadio Akron, from the dressing room, and it was amazing. Robert.
It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. I missed you guys because I haven't seen you since the final. Indeed. Right, against Tigres, right? So long ago. And again, we had a blast. It was a blast. We'll talk a little bit about the game later, but the experience was really, really magnificent. I had the chance to be with Luis Gil and accompany him and his beautiful wife and his beautiful daughter. They had the Chiva experience. We were down on the pitch. They got to interact with a couple of players who were able to, come up and say hi to them. What else? We were able to speak to Cade Cowell, the three of us, which was a blast. That was really cool. Cade remembered us. He's our padrino.
He was like,
Cade,
hey,
don't forget
guys.
the bolo. Cade, don't forget the bolo. Okay, man. You owe us.
Yeah.
You owe us the bolo.
And in case somebody is still wondering and doesn't believe that Chivas is everywhere, Luis Gil, he comes from England.
Exactly.
And he's a huge Chiva hermano, and his wife is a huge. She was so emotional. She was watching the training session and she was crying happy tears because it was a dream come true for her. And they're British. So that's like amazing. Like, that's incredible. So again, Chivas is everywhere. And they got to go to Estadio Akron. Like, they planned this family trip to come to Guadalajara and go to the game. And they were able to be in Experiencias Rojiblancas because it's a dream come true for them. And again, they know about Chivas, and because we speak English and we speak everything Chivas in every single way or shape or form. And we understand each other perfectly, right? Because we speak a universal language that is football. And of course, what we love the most, which is Chivas. And I think they had a blast.
Yes, they did. And you could see they were, I don't know what happens. And if you've never had that experience, but when you go down on the pitch, it's like all this energy that's surrounding you kind of takes control and you get emotional. It's an emotional spot, And Luis, he told me, when he was a flag bearer as well. He was
Yes.
out in the middle of the pitch. He was able to be next to his idols and people he had seen play before. He was able to exchange a couple words with El Pollo, who he had met previously in Spain, I think, when they played the Trofeo del Árbol de Guernica.
Right.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
That was last year. And then we had the return here and we won the trophy and kept it home. And the guys from over there kept his jersey, remember?
Yes.
Because
yes.
he became an icon for.
Yes. Yeah, he's like a legend for them over there.
He's a legend now for the team. So,
but it was amazing. It was incredible. We hang out and we did the show live at the dressing room. I still have to pinch myself because it was an incredible experience. And also what was very cool is that, again, and I'm making promotion here, so bear with me. If you book like the tour of Estadio Akron and you're able to go to every single room and dressing room and every single part of the stadium, a lot of people were actually doing the tour while we were recording. So it was very cool because they were able to see backstage, like behind the scenes, or how is that Chivas TV crew, big shout out to the Chivas TV crew, how they were like assembling and checking. And we were like completely live at that point. So it was amazing. It was like the funnest like 3 days of my Chivas journey so far working for Chivas. So yeah, it was incredible.
I was really nervous when the people came by and they were walking through.
Really?
Well, a little bit because, they're strangers, walking by. But yes, definitely was. For me, I think of everything that happened Friday and Saturday. That was my favorite favorite time. The show in the locker room, in the dressing rooms was just incredible. Which was your favorite?
Yeah, that one for sure. Because I mean, this the We Go to Live project is like our like baby, like if you will. Yeah. So that was pretty exciting, and being able to work together, the three of us for the first time, like live at the same studio, and being able, because we are doing this everybody since from their homes, right? And that was the first time we were like in the same place, in the same space. And we were actually able to, like, if I was saying something, I could like turn around and look at Robert and ask for his input. So that was pretty cool. So I hope we can do it again soon. And yeah, that was for sure my favorite. And of course, I had a close experience with. I saw Chicharito like passing by. I've never seen him so close, and I was like freaking out. I'm a huge Chicharito fan, and guys, you know this. And
of
that was like wow, like the highlight of Saturday. But yeah, super.
Yeah, cool. Chicharito was able to. He was with the little guys.
Yeah,
talking to them, the inspiration, and we just hope to see him back on the pitch as soon as possible, right?
Yeah.
Because we need to get into that Chiva mode with Chicharito. And when he gets in there, there's not going to be any stopping him.
He needs to get healthy, and he for sure will be back pretty soon.
That's right. Okay, my friends. Well, we're still waiting for Alfredo, but it's time for us to move on into the MVP zone. Actually, instead of a drum roll, they should give us like the Twilight Zone music, like everybody, it's the MVP time. So let's talk about our MVPs. We have 3 MVPs up already, okay? And we're going to share with you why we believe, and I will pretend that I'm Alfredo, and I'll try to say why he chose.
I think he's already here. Already here. Alfredo, are you there?
I am. Hello, Chiva hermanos. I apologize for the delay. I was having some technical issues, and turns out that it was a lot simpler than what I thought. I was already really stressing out about it.
No worries.
I'm
here. Just in time, because we are already doing the MVP.
That's right.
The drum, yeah.
The drum. Well, actually, Alfredo, let's start with you. Who's your MVP?
My MVP.
And tell us why.
Yeah, my MVP is Viridiana Salazar because of the great goal that she scored the other day at the Estadio Jalisco. I was there, as you were guys mentioning. I was listening to the show right now, and it was a beautiful goal by Viri the other day against Las Cholas de Tijuana. Um, I don't know if you guys saw it. I really enjoyed it. She got it on the right wing. It looked like she was gonna send a diagonal, but she betted on herself. She believed in herself and scored that opening goal against Las Cholas at a very important moment because it was the game opener
Exactly.
before any sort of nervousness could get into the stadium. Plenty of Chivas supporting, by the way, and yeah, that's why I chose Vidi because of her fantastic goal, and she had been working for it. It was pretty much just her goal the other day. It's kind of is the cherry on the cake for all the effort that she's put in, but definitely Viridiana Salazar for today.
Okay, yes, she was great. Yeah, she started the whole thing. I had the chance to watch the match, and she started the whole enchilada rolling, no?
Right.
And Gabi, who did you choose?
Well, first of all, I'm excited to see that all three of us chose Chivas Femenil players. Spoiler alert. But I think it's not a surprise right now. But my choice, my MVP weekly pick is Yamil or Yamile. I think it's pronounced
Yamile.
Yamil. I don't know. We have to ask her, right? Because it's her very first goal with Chivas Femenil. And it was a very good goal. And you could see how excited she was and how meaningful that was for her to be able to score her first goal with Chivas, with her new team, with new expectations, with new hopes. And I think she's a very fierce player. We've seen very interesting things from her. And fortunately, we were able to see a very good goal from her. And again, it was the excitement of your very first goal with your new team. So that is why she is my weekly MVP pick. And you, Robert?
And she's deserving, no, as well. I think all three of them, really, the three that we've chosen, are deserving for the MVP. Truly, Yamil, because it's historic for her, because it's her first goal, you know. And what a place to do it in El Jalisco. That's even more historic, you know, if you really think about it. I want it easy. I want the easy way. I went with La Chingona Mayor, my favorite, as always. I love all my Chivas, but Licha has a special place in my heart. I was fortunate enough to translate the story of her life and you can watch it also on Chivas TV. And that woman is an inspiration in general. But the goal that she scored against TJ was, for me, one of her best because she was able to manage the ball, control the ball, and then stick it into the back of the net. Of course, we always expect that from Licha. But the way she did it in this game was just, for me, spectacular.
That dribbling.
That's why I chose Licha.
That dribbling she did. I mean, at first, I have to confess that I thought she was on offside. We're going to call offside.
Me too.
But she wasn't. She was like super smart to be able to be in a good position. And that dribbling she did, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Go. And yes, I can agree because technically, I think it's not easy to do what she did. So it was an incredible goal. Maybe not a golazo per se, but it was like very cool to see how she managed to control the ball and do the dribbling and at the end score. It was like mind-blowing. So yeah, I think you're going to win again, my friend.
I hope I do. But I kind of feel like I'm cheating because the truth is Licha. I mean, Licha. Everybody knows Licha and everybody loves Licha. The truth is she did really, 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 that goal was just, and I think she was waiting for offside. I think she was waiting for them to call it because she kept, dribbling with her off her thigh. And then nobody attacked her. She said, well, pues de aquí soy. And she stuck it into the net, right? Everybody was expecting, I think, the offside. And she just really, the time she was dribbling the ball, it was a long time. I mean, I play defense. I would never have left her in control of the ball that long.
Right.
You know, it was
Right.
just incredible. So if I win, well, it's because I cheated.
And you could see that the Xolas players, they were like raising their hands because they thought it was offside. So they didn't do anything to get to her. And she was like, oh, whatever. And she was just like, blah, 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 score.
Oh,
Incredible.
yeah. And started right in. It was. I love my chingonas. And I can see, actually, our next topic is las chingonas. So before I get real excited, I'm going to invite all you guys to go to YouTube, please, and vote. Vote for your favorite. Don't vote for Licha because I'll feel bad. Vote for someone else. But my favorite for her goal and everything is Licha Serrano, right? Licha
This
Serrano.
is an important vote because,
why? Because we break the tie.
Yes, we break the triple tie that we have right now.
Right. We have a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
We should like say, okay, if you win at a certain time, then I have to send you an Uber Eats or something all the way across the country as a surprise. Okay, guys. Well, go and vote. Don't forget. And now we're going to move into the juicy. And I'm going to leave it to you, Gabi, because you are our expert. So let's start talking about, our chingonas.
Okay, guys. So this was the recap. This is the recap of Chivas Femenil against Xolas. Remember, this was played at Estadio Jalisco, which, as you know, is also the home of Chivas. So this was played in El Estadio Jalisco last Sunday. A lot of Chivas hermanos were seated just in the middle of the pitch to cheer to our chingonas. And it was a very very balanced game at the beginning. But then they were able to, Xolas was not really a threat. And I don't think Blanca had a lot of opportunities, or it was not like a very challenging game in some ways. We were there, Alfredo and I were there. So we were able to watch the game live, and it's very interesting if you watch the game live from the press box, because you can see absolutely everything and every single movement, and it's a very cool view. And we were able to watch every single thing. So this is Vidi's a goal. I think it's very well deserved. We were talking about it just a minute ago, and this just set the tone. Vidi's goal set the tone to greatness, if you will. It was from there. It was just opportunity, and you could see again. So besides the result, I just want to put on the table the fact that we are starting to see again the chingonas. Like, the chingonas are back. So we had a rough patch. We had a couple of jornadas where it was not looking necessarily good. Of course, we had El Clásico de México, which we're not going to get too much into, but that was very morally, it set a tone negatively in some ways, unfortunately. But the value here, or the most important thing, is that you can come back to greatness, right? And that is something, to me, that is very characteristic of Chivas Femenil specifically. Like, you can be not at the lowest. I don't think we've seen Chivas Femenil at the lowest. We've seen very rough patches, but they always manage to come back in some way, shape, or form. And this game against Xolas, again, not to diminish the rival, we don't do that, but it was not challenging enough for them, and challenging enough for Chivas to be able to concrete this very important victory of 3-1. Now, remember that this was a very important game because Chivas needed to win this game to be able to keep fighting for playoff position. It was incredibly important, and also for Xolas. But right now, Chivas is still in the fight to gain one of those places to be fighting for the playoffs. If it was a loss, we will not be looking at the very good, promising future, the near future for Chivas Femenil, at least in Apertura 2024. But again, it was a very important win. We have 3 points at home, and I think again it's starting to look promising. We are watching, again, we're seeing goles from Licha. We see a Caro Jaramillo that's gaining confidence again. Of course, Yamil Franco, who is scoring. Viri Salazar, that is again gaining this kind of confidence of scoring. Gabi Valenzuela. We're starting to see, again, a very solid team. And I think this goes from the pitch and to the dressing room. So I think good things are happening right now for Chivas Femenil. What do you guys think?
I was going to add to what you were mentioning that we're starting to see them back to what we expected. And remember, Las Chingonas have a shorter history than the Varonil. So we have never seen a weak Chingonas. We've never seen them really down, We've seen them struggle. We've seen them have some really, strong fights down on the pitch. But we've never seen them down. So it was a hard thing for us this year to realize that this is not exactly what we were expecting from our Chingonas, no? But they're coming back. Gino is already, he has the control. The veterans, I think this, Gabi and Alfredo, I don't know what you think, but I think the veterans are the ones that are now coming back out, yeah? And they're saying with their example, with their plays, their actions on the pitch, they're showing the youngsters what they need to do. And they're taking back that responsibility. I think they might have left it a little bit to the young guys. No, let's see how they do. Let's see if they have it, if they have that true grit. No?
Yeah.
But now we were able to see that the ladies, who were the ladies? The youngster, Yamil, who gave her the pass? Yeah, it was a vet.
Mm-hmm.
Viri, we always expect. And when I heard Viri was coming to Chivas Femenil, I was really excited. And the truth is, I've been waiting for her to show us because she is one of those. It's like when I talk to you guys about El Nene, when we talk about Varonil. These guys have the skills.
Mm-hmm.
These players have the skills. And we all expect them to do it. And Viri, look at that goal. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yo,
Great.
That goal was just from another game.
No, totally.
Yeah? Like you said, Gabi, we don't want to talk despectively of the other teams, but that was from another match.
Mm-hmm.
That was a goal from another match. Alfredo, what were your take on the match?
Yeah, I think Chivas Femenil was the dominant team. I think that we deserved the win.
Bonito.
Two beautiful goals. The one by Viri and the one by Licha as well. Really, really beautiful goals. And also a huge win if you take into consideration what's going on the table. We're seventh, as Gabi said, with 24 points. Then we're five. Remember that the first 8 make it. Then we have Atlas with 22, Querétaro with 22. So we have 2 close competitors. We have pretty much Chivas, Atlas, and Querétaro competing for the 2 last spots for Liguilla. And here's the thing that then Cholas de Tijuana have 18 points, and 1 game less, which means that if Cholas would have defeated us, they would have made it to 21, and we will be tied with them at 21 at the pretty much at the 9th place. We will be outside of a playoff positioning. If we will have lost that game, if we will have tied, we will be at 22, and Cholas will be at 19 with 1 game less, and we will be triple tied with Querétaro and Atlas, only surpassing Querétaro by a 2-goal difference. So it was a very important win to avoid and that extra pressure towards the last 3 games that we have. Huge win if you take a look at the table, because Cholas could have gotten really close, and we could have put ourselves at a very difficult position if we would have not gotten the win the other day, which speaks great about how the team faces pressure, and that's going back to the experience that you were mentioning, right?
Yes, definitely has to be with experience. And like Gabi said, this is not the rival perhaps, but it was the one we needed.
Yeah, no, totally.
No? That's what it is. Because if you look at the data, production gave us a bunch of factoids. Chivas Femenil has beaten Tijuana in its last 5 visits to Guadalajara. And of the 11 meetings in the history of the rivalry, the Rojiblancas have won 7, drawn 1, and lost only 3. So it's pretty incredible. And in this part, this is the 3rd or 4th time, I think. Let me see. It's the 4th time so far that we have scored 3 goals in one match. So it's a resurgence, my friends. It's a resurgence.
Yeah. Gabby? I mean, I know that it's not like very encouraging to say, hey, just trust the process. But to your point, Robert, remember that Liga MX Femenil is only 7 years old, like professionally speaking. Right. And I think for the very first time in 7 years, Apertura 2024 has been the toughest season for Chivas Femenil so far. But regardless, we can see this kind. I mean, yeah, the loss against America Femenil was brutal, but that could be like enough to bring the team down, and they don't. Like, they have difficulties. They might be a couple of injuries here and there that maybe set the options of the lineup a little bit low. But at the end of the day, there are options of players that can fill the gaps. And in games like this, even though Xolas was not like very challenging as an opponent, but it is exactly, and I want to highlight this, what you said, Robert, this is the rival we needed specifically right now in this moment in time, because Chivas Femenil needs to keep winning to be able to stay at the top of the table and get into playoffs. Because I don't remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, production, but I don't remember a time when Chivas Femenil doesn't qualify to playoffs. That would be catastrophic. It has happened?
Once. Yeah, once.
Only once. Okay. Only once. So in 7 years, and like, and it will be like not catastrophic, but it will be like, it's not what we're used to with our chingonas, right? So again, it's jornada 14. We are facing jornada 15 against Atlas, which again, it's not going to be an easy game. It's a derby. It's like win or win, whatever it takes. Yep. It's going to be again in El Jalisco, in the house of Chivas, regardless if it's Atlas home. So it's going to be a very tough match just because of what it means. And if Chivas Femenil keeps scoring, and remember, Chivas Femenil is unbeaten against Atlas Femenil, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later. But Chivas needs to keep scoring to be able to think of playoffs, right, in the near future.
True. Actually, why don't we just start talking about our next match? Let's talk about Atlas. Yeah, what's going to happen? What do you see them? I did not know those numbers, Alfredo.
No, it's gonna be a clash. It's Atlas is only 2 points beneath us. Atlas is in the last playoff spot, and they're tied with Querétaro. They have Xolas only 4 points behind, but Xolas has 1 game less. So Atlas is directly competing against against Querétaro and against Xolas, and they're only 2 points beneath us. So winning for them, it's gonna, like, whoever wins they're gonna have a huge step into Liguilla, and they'll be able to face the 2 remaining matches after Friday's Clásico a little bit more relaxed. So we're playing for more than the city honor, and we're playing for more than 3 points. It's Liguilla at stake.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened last time.
Right.
Because it's a Clásico, my friends. Okay. And that's something that we need to deal with. You have to see it. And I think, though, that if we come out with our players as we did, if Kino repeats his starting 11, then we will be able to defeat Atlas. Mm-hmm. And I hate statistics. We're going to look at the stats right now as soon as Sergio shows us. Yes, thank you, my friend. I hate statistics because every time we look at statistics, the opposite happens. You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite happens. Gabby, help us out with this. What do we got here?
Sure. So we have a recap of what's been going on in the recent games against Atlas, the derby, Clásico Tapatío between Chivas Femenil and Atlas Femenil. And as you can see, we are unbeaten, and it could be the 10th game where we still be winning. We have ties, of course, but we have a pretty clear advantage of Chivas in the scores overall. And again, it's a clash, it's a clásico, and I am pretty reserved every time I try to give my point of view regarding scores, because these games are like so unpredictable, and every time we talk about a clásico, either as femenil or varonil, it's like a tricky one, and sometimes unfortunately the opposite happens. So I hope this is not the case, but we can see right here the clear how Chivas are able to snatch those games and ties every single game against Atlas. So this shouldn't be a problem, right, as far as I'm concerned. And again, if we kind of stay with the same lineup, if we have the same statistic point of view of our coach, of course, and the players, and we have that same. Oh, by the way, remember that Jaco Rodriguez came out of the game injured,
right?
So maybe that is where we're going to see a major change, of course, in the lineup on the defense side. Carla Martinez came in her place. So maybe that's what we are expecting to see this Friday against Atlas Femenil. But overall, I think the offense is pretty solid. Again, I think we can see a very good, and of course, Garo is back, but we can see a very good proposal from Viri Salazar. Of course, Licha. I mean, Licha is Licha, right? Gabi Valenzuela is also doing the work. And I think it could be a very good game, not because it's just a clásico, but because it's very important for both teams, actually.
Right. And Viri's back, and we're watching her goal right now. So she's back in beast mode, right? We see Yamil is in beast mode because she's just starting. She's coming back from her vacation. And and we can see Caro back on. So, and it's the truth. We needed her back, my friends. I mean, look, it's a different Chivas. It's a different Chivas. It's a different Chivas. And it was really lovely to see how se conjuntaron. I've relaxed, really. I started the game a little nervous. Yeah, because with the last results we've been having, I wasn't too sure what we were going to see, But it looked like they were all comfortable on the pitch, even when Jaco, there it is, look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, great that was good too, man. That was so good.
Esa media vuelta?
Giró sobre su eje, right? She spun on her own axis and was able to slam that home, and everybody went to hug her.
Yeah.
That's what I like, And that's where you can see, man, there was maybe a little bit of discomfort on the bench. And now everybody is realizing where they are and what they need to do and being responsible professional players. Yeah.
Yes.
And I could see it. Lovely. It was lovely. This is beautiful. I don't know who's going to win, guys. Really. It's just, if you look at these goals, it's just, oh my goodness.
And wait.
Oh my goodness.
This one.
And the win. Here it comes. Look
this
at
one.
I am hopeful. Look, I'm hopeful that we could be finding ourselves.
Adios.
Oh, that reminds me to a goal scored by Ronaldinho.
It reminded me of Gio dos Santos against the United States. Do you remember that goal?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one as well. Yeah.
Gio dos Santos against the United States. I think it was eliminatories for the World Cup, of that year.
Wasn't it like a Gold Cup final?
It was a Gold Cup.
Yes, it was. You're right,
it was a Gold
dude.
Cup, yeah.
It was the final for the Gold Cup. Exactly.
Yep.
Look at that.
Ooh,
¿Cómo le pueden culpar? Nobody was trying to mark her. Look at it. Boom.
Imagine that.
3. They're still with their hands up. Like, I would have yelled at all my defenses by then.
There's always someone who likes to take an unpopular opinion and try to look intellectual.
Why, is someone being intellectual out there?
Yeah, those blaming Licha.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Oh. Let's look at the chat real quick. What is everybody talking about this? Our chingonas.
Yeah, we have
what do we see out there?
We have Curtis Williams saying hello to everyone. Juan Carvajal, who's watching us from California. We have Chivas TV saying that you can watch the match on Friday, Clásico Tapatío, with your Chivas TV subscription in Mexico as well as in Fox Sports. And if you're in the US, it's on Telemundo Deportes. We'll get into that along with the schedule. We have Victor Ayala Perez, always with his messages full of love for our We Go Cheer team. We have Jose de Jesus. We have Abner Cervantes, Sonny. We have Guillermo Reyes. We have Javier Sánchez, Paul Martinez, Javier González. We also have Emanuel Torres. We have Hablemos del Rebaño saying hello. We have Francisco Fraga, Garcia Lopez, and hello to everyone on the chat. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for being here with us. Only over 48 hours for El Clásico Tapatío Femenil. We have a Chivas Femenil account watching us as well. She's saying that, he's saying that it will be also on Caliente TV here in YouTube. So plenty of options for Friday's match, and it's gonna be a good one. Dios Guzman, Sanchez.
So many people out there, and look, no hate. Well, there's a little.
A little bit.
A little bit there, yeah. I got your joke, guy. No, not funny. All right. Okay, my people. So, where can we watch Chivas Femenil versus Atlas? Gabi, do us the honors, please.
Of course, where to watch El Clásico Tapatío, Atlas Femenil against Chivas Femenil, week 15 of Liga MX Femenil, Friday, October...
Oh, there was a little mistake.
Oh, there's a little mistake.
Oh, there was a mistake?
Yeah.
A little one.
But we have Chivas TV announcing it in the chat.
Chivas Femenil says that you can watch the game in Mexico, on YouTube, not in Mexico, on YouTube, on Caliente TV, right?
Yeah.
And it's on October the 11th. It's this Friday.
Right.
What's the time? I couldn't see the time.
It's at 6, right? Or is it early
Central?
in the morning?
6 Mexico time?
Show.
9 p.m. 9 p.m.
9.
Friday, 9 p.m., October 11th, Caliente TV, here on YouTube. Don't miss it. El Clásico Tapatío, Atlas Femenil against Chivas Femenil.
Yes. And if you can go, if you're here in Guadalajara, guys, it's Friday night. What else were you going to do on Friday night?
Right.
Exactly.
Eastwood, like in the old days, watch our chingonas and come back with the win.
Yeah.
And come back with the win. Yeah. And so that the other guys across the town know that home is our home. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
They might have inaugurated it because they played the first match there a long time ago, but we are the ones that are always going to close it. So, my people, watch the match. Don't forget, you could see it, and stay tuned to all the redes Chivas so you could get the lowdown. Get the lowdown on what comes from the center of the Chiva universe. There's no smoke out there. It's just us and everybody else out here. Okay, my friends, what's next? We have to talk about another Clásico.
Yeah.
But where is this going to be?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas, my friends. I just saw someone saying that they were finally going to be able to go and watch the Chivas in their hometown. This is part of the Rebaño tour. Everybody out there, remember, this is for everyone out there who does not speak Spanish, but all our Chivermanos who live in the United States, in the United States, most especially. Yeah, it's a space case out there, man. It's a space case.
Blooper section, Alfredo.
No, it's cool.
We have to keep working with the blooper section. So, my friends, another Clásico. ¿Cómo vamos a quedar? What do you guys think is going to happen? We're playing in Houston. Will we be coming back with the win? I'm afraid to say anything anymore. What do you guys think, Alfredo? What's your take? Are we going to beat them?
I think it's going to be a 1-1 tie or 0-0.
Really?
Yes.
A Clásico empate.
Yeah, Clásico empate. Everyone goes happy to their homes, and we save it. We save the beef for what remains in the Liga MX.
So, do you think they're going to play with the first string players?
I think so.
Starting 11.
I think both teams are gonna show up with the best they can, Of course, without the guys in international duty.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think that both teams are gonna show up with the best ones. On our case, we won't be having neither Tala Rangel nor Roberto Alvarado because they will be with the Mexican national team, who will be facing the United States on this international break, and also Valencia. So I think that, and also Chiquete will be out. So it's Piojo, Tala Rangel, and Chiquete who won't be able to play for us on this Clásico at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Plus all of our injured players, right? We have a couple people out there on their way back. We heard great news from Cade Cowell. We asked him, how you doing? He says, poquito más. He's almost back. And I'm sure that La Hormiga will be back soon as well. But I don't think they're going to be in Houston, the truth.
They won't. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And also don't come with neither Yael Padilla or out of the guys that usually play in the first team. I would say Yael Padilla because he's going to be with the under 20 national team along with other canteranos such as Diego Ochoa, Juan Pablo Uribe, and Fidel Barajas.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
and
a good point.
Remember, just to your point, Alfredo, Chivas is right now giving the most players right now to Selección Nacional, to the big squad, and also to the under teams. So again, as it should be, Chivas is feeding La Selección Nacional with the best players: Roberto Alvarado, Tala Rangel, and Chiquete Orozco. And on the under 20, Yael Padilla, Diego Ochoa, Juan Pablo Uribe, y Fidel Barajas. So the best of luck to all of them.
Right. And this is a great, again, we keep coming back, and I just kind of become a little frustrated, both as a fan and as, well, a person that works for Chivas. But we're slowly seeing the selecciones nacionales, the national teams, are bringing back players from our cantera, okay? Right. And from our first string team. And that's what we need. I'm a fan of the national team too. How can you be a fan of Chivas and not be a fan of the national team,
Exactly.
And it's really been hard to watch their matches as well. I miss it. I miss those great matches. If there was something that characterized us, was that heart of the Mexican national team. And hopefully teams like Chivas, of course, teams like Pumas, teams like Cruz Azul, teams like Atlas and America, and all the Mexican national teams will start feeding the national team again. Okay. We really, really need to get more players there. And obviously, if the base of the selección is Chivas, what can I say? More power to us.
Of course.
More pride to us, right?
Exactly.
So,
and it only makes sense, right? El equipo más mexicano gives players to la selección nacional. So it just makes sense. So if you let me just highlight this comment, Robert.
Certainly.
Javier Gonzalez, who says actually H-Town baby. I'm assuming he says H like as in Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, totally.
As in Houston. So he says, Javier Gonzalez, hi, Javier. Thank you for being here. The first match I went to as a kid was in 2009, Chivas America, and then now Interliga here in Houston. Right. Wonderful memories shared with my father, which I now hope to share again this time around. So, yay, Javier. So glad that you're going to cheer on our Chivas, right? And again, to everybody that's putting little clowns in the chat in Espanol. So, hi, Gabriel Hernandez. Remember that this show, and if you don't understand, you can always translate it, right? So, this show is for our Chiva hermanos that speak mostly in English. And as you can see in the B-roll right here, there are a lot. Yeah. And Marilu is not right now in the chat because she will be like, it's more than 5 million, but there are over 5 million Chiva hermanos only in the United States. And we had the presence of a Chiva hermano from England. So Chivas is everywhere. Right. So we had to produce content in English, right? So anyway, so Javier, so glad that you're going to support Chivas in Houston. You have to tell us everything about it in the next week.
Actually, how about we invite Javier? Javier, if you would like to come on live, if you have a chance and come
You still
tell
have
us
time,
about,
production?
yeah, if you have a chance via WhatsApp or whatever, come on and tell us about your experience, man, because people don't know what it's like to be at a Chivas game outside of Mexico. It's something else, my friends. Okay.
Look at
If
that.
we go wild here at Akron, imagine all our Chiva hermanos
Our
outside
paisanos.
who Mexicanos who finally get to be able to get in touch with part of their raíces, their roots.
Yeah.
So, guys in Houston, los envidio. You're going to have a great time. And I am going to say that Chivas is going to win. They're going to win. Damn it, they have to. Come on, guys, help me. We have to win. We have to win. And America is not on its best. And I think we do have a better group of youth players. Our canteranos are better than what America can put on the pitch right now. I'm going to say it because I love Chivas. And sometimes my mouth is too big for the rest of me. But anyway, I think that it's going to be great. Where can we watch this match, my friends?
So,
¿A dónde?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Javier Gonzalez is like, sure. Where's the link?
Oh,
Where
yes,
where
Javier.
he
Wonderful,
sent-
man. Thank you. I'm not wearing my glasses.
You
Yeah.
can send a
Sorry, dude.
message. We still have time. Right, production?
To come on right now or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah,
there,
the
Javier,
Or
link
next week?
comment section.
Javier, the link is in the chat section. Under host, you can see there that send your questions via WhatsApp. There's a link. Click, and you can come live to join the show. There it is. There it is.
Exactly. There we go.
Oh,
There we
over
go.
there. Over there.
All right.
I don't know where. I don't know where the chat is. Yeah.
And big shout out to
somewhere.
Luis Gil, who's watching us. He says, "Saludos, muchas gracias por la experiencia. It was a pleasure to see you on Saturday, Luis, who was on the match the other day on the weekend at the Akron. He actually managed to flag one of the flags of El Rebaño and walk with the team into the pitch. He was very pleased, and it was fantastic to meet you, my friend."
He could see everybody there. He ran out before the players, so it was incredible. Yes, it was incredible. So, how about let's talk about where we can watch this match, because I don't know if Javier is going to be able to
No.
get in right now.
No, he says he can't right
Cool.
now.
Yes, next week, Javier. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Okay, want me to read this one?
Sure.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Where to watch? Okay, my brothers and sisters out there in Chivalandia. We have Chivas America. You know it's going to be great because anytime these two teams get together, it's never friendly. Okay? So everybody tune in. If you're in Mexico, you will be able to watch the match on Prime Video on Sunday, October 13th. Tiempo de la Ciudad de Mexico is 4:05. Everybody else do your math, but basically Central Time is 1 hour more, 5:05. Pacific Time is 1 hour less, 3:05, and Eastern Time is 2 hours more. That's 6:05 p.m. And if you're in the United States, you can watch the game on Telemundo, La Casa del Rebaño. Tune in, guys. Send that Chiva vibe. We got to have that. I love being able to feel that sentiment from a distance. So what's up, my friends? What's going to be the score? Let's do it. Nada. Oh.
Let's hope. No, I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be a 2-1 for Chivas, and it's gonna set the tone for a good season ender.
Good. I like that. Gabi, come on. You could do it.
Oh my gosh. I'm going with, you said 2-1, Alfredo?
Yes.
I think I'm going to agree. I think it's going to be a 2-1. Chivas is winning that game in a Clásico. Please.
Please. Okay. My traditional 3-0.
3-0.
Wow.
Good.
3-0. Why do I always say 3-0? De 3-0 nadie se recupera. We saw
Well,
it the other day.
well.
Unless
No, and if we would have like in recent Clásicos, if we would have scored the ones that we created, we could have won 3-0
Oh
in
yeah,
recent Clásicos. Yeah, so
it's
why
true. If
not?
you really look at the matches, we do create enough
Yeah,
to make those goals. It's just we got to sink them. All right, let's talk about Tapatio too before we leave because Tapatio is on fire. All right,
that's
Tune in Wilkie and the band. They've been doing quite well recently. Okay, they've been able to hold up that shirt, that red and white shirt, with pride. They've been doing it consistently too. And now let's look at the other side of the tortilla. Why? Why am I saying that? Last season, Tapatio had a horrible season. Yes or no? And this year, they're having a great season. Why? Because it's time for consolidation. I see a lot of comments on the chat that talk a lot about negative aspects of our team. And as a fan, sometimes I agree with you guys. But we have to always remember that anything that's worth anything takes time. Chivas Femenil se está reconstruyendo. Okay? Tapatio, which is the motor for many of the players that are coming to the first team, apart from the sub-23, se está regenerando. Yeah? And Chivas Varonil, we are also regenerating. Because in truth, if we look back and barring the game that we had last Saturday, we saw a major improvement in our team. So if you're really a Chivas fan and you really like football and you're really analyzing, let's try to be a little bit more objective, okay, and about what we're speaking. And everyone out there who's talking about the Ingles, guys, you're not a Chivas fan, because if you were a Chivas fan, you would know that this show has been on for 2 years, basically. Okay? So if you're coming here just to be offensive towards us, ahórrense su tiempo, por favor, okay? Just come here and have fun, man. Have fun and enjoy the Chiva vibe. Anyway, I had to say that, my friends. I'm sorry. But there's a lot out there, and there's a lot of people spouting. And also a shout out to Javier and to Curtis and Marilu and everybody else who is always out there, man. We love you. And thank you so much for giving that good, positive vibration. I have never heard a negative comment from any of those people that I have mentioned. And if they do it in a nice way. Okay? Right. No francés antiguo.
You're analytical.
Okay? So anyway, guys, we're going to be expecting for wins. I'm expecting the national team to win as well. And that's it. That's it, basically.
Wait.
So, my Chiva hermanos.
We have the MVP winner.
We have the MVP winners. Gabi, tell us. Who is it?
Do we know?
Did I win again?
No. I think I know.
You won, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
You won.
No, I didn't.
¿Dónde estás? Que estoy perdido.
What a comeback, Robert.
I'm just going to be a demagogue.
58% of the votes.
Woo, how much?
58%.
Oh my goodness.
Of the votes. Viridiana Salazar with 25% and Yamil Franco with 15%. So it was outstanding. Licha is the winner of this week's MVP with that incredible goal and that incredible dribble and that incredible sass.
Let's see it.
Because she's so sassy.
She's so sassy.
No,
she's so sassy.
Yeah. If you YouTube Ronaldinho versus Osasuna, it's a very similar goal.
Ronaldinho against Osasuna?
Ronaldinho against Osasuna. It's so similar.
It would have been awesome to watch the goals.
Oh, yes. Both together, no?
I think it's going to be copyright, right?
Probably. Look at her. She doesn't even believe it. She is sassy. You used the right word. That's perfect for her.
No, and imagine.
And there was no offside at all. We saw it right there. Look at that.
Wow. Cold blood.
And we saw that live, Alfredo.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. The crowd went wild, you know.
I got to see it a lot of times.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. Oh, Licha, thank you. I'm going to look. This is the trick, guys. When you want to be the MVP, go for the most popular. Be a demagogue.
Right.
Be a demagogue. Yeah.
Okay.
Go for the hearts of the people.
Okay.
No, pero ese gol estuvo buenísimo. Buenísimo, buenísimo. All right, my friends. Well, thank you again. You broke the three-way tie. I'm the winner now.
You
what can
are
I say?
the winner.
Yes,
I am the winner
you're
for this
the
week.
First one. You're the first one to win 2 straight because 2 weeks ago you were behind and now you're ahead.
Yes, I was the first one to lose 3 straight.
Viste la
And I was
Yeah.
I was the one to lose 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my friends. Well, it's time to go. All my Chiva hermanos, Chiva hermanas out there in the Chivaverse, we love you. Thank you for sharing. We have a visitor, Ya Palabrado. We'll see you next week, my friend. And everybody who's out there in the chat, every once in a while, come and talk to us live. We don't bite, and we love it when you guys come on because it really gets us closer to everyone. Okay? So, my Chiva hermanos, Chiva hermanas, I'll see you next week. Hopefully with good news. And arriba las Chivas.
Arriba las Chivas. Go for it on Friday.
We're going to win.